What's up, YouTube? What's up? What's good? What's good? Back again with another video. So, you know, I had to go ahead and record another video, man, because I still want to talk about this subject right here. And that's the dating game, man. You know what I mean? I just want to talk about, the state of affairs as far as, dating in modern day society in America. You know what I'm saying? Why it's so difficult, man? It's really not that hard, you know what I'm saying, to really understand. It's just as far as the war between the masculine and feminine, like you got one side where the dudes the things they want out the relationship is very simple, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then on the other side where the women at, the things that they want out the relationship is very convoluted and overly complicated. You know what I'm saying? So like I said in the previous video, like everything here in America is centered around materialism, status, how much money you got. You feel me? And it's all, it's justifiable, you know what I'm saying? Because we got responsibilities, we got bills to pay, stuff like that. But you know what I'm saying? It just naturally brings the aspect of creating a relationship with somebody more something that's external than internal. You know what I'm saying? Cause when you fall in love with another person, that's something that's not tangible, bro. That's something that y'all both feel internally. And those material things shouldn't have to help you convey that feeling with that person, bro. You know what I'm saying? The things that make y'all want to love each other is purely the interactions y'all have with each other. You know what I'm saying? So it's just the fact that when a woman says those things and she puts that as the forefront as why she don't have a man, or why these men don't hold up to her standards or whatnot, I just find it silly, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's just I mentioned in the other video, it's just certain dudes, they travel to other countries and they meet these women, and they get it, bro. You know what I'm saying? They get it. All a man need is for a woman to support him, to comfort him, to nurture, his potential to fulfill his role as a man. You know what I'm saying? It's so simple, bro. It's so simple, bro. You know what I mean? But like I said, modern day society, we have all these things that we gotta keep up with, that it in muddied and overcomplicated the standards that we need as far as a relationship. You know what I mean? And when I say we, I mean for the women. You know what I'm saying? Because from my perspective, it's mostly just women that's acting this way and talking about these things. You know what I'm saying? As a man, me personally, I haven't been in a relationship in a while. You feel me? So, when I see these videos and people talking about how the dating game fucked up, I don't really know what they talking about, because I'm not really dating for real. So, you know what I mean? But when I hear what they convey and what they say, I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get the frustration, and I get the cause of these things, because I personally, I feel like I know exactly how you know you can find love with someone, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And like I said, you just gotta simplify things. You can't be holding people to too many standards, bro. We are not perfect, bro. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you meet your man, ideally when you're young, you know what I'm saying? That nigga is a work in progress. He don't, you know what I mean? He not all there, bro. He not perfect. He ain't got all his shit together. You know what I mean? Nigga probably don't even know what he want to do for real when he grow up. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to have the intuition, the foresight to see the potential in the nigga, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that brings me to another thing. Is like, you know, I'm not finna sit here and just be like it's all the women's fault. You know what I'm saying? Because it's also the men's fault. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So the woman, what she need to do is have discernment to tell when she wasting her energy on somebody who is using her. You know what I'm saying? And that goes back to the other point from the other video about how like American culture is, you feel me? Which is to manipulate and use each other. You know what I mean? So as far as like the relationships that we create between the male and female, you know what I'm saying? The dude is using a woman to impress other men. You know what I'm saying? Cause, niggas just trying to catch a body. You know what I'm saying? They just trying to crack. You know what I'm saying? They just being lustful, you know what I mean? And promiscuous in order to impress other men. Cause like when you do stuff like that, when you catch bodies, you know what I'm saying? Who are you gonna talk about that to? Other dudes. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like, ain't the goal to like find a relationship and find love and create a family? You know what I'm saying? But you sitting here trying to impress niggas. You know what I'm saying? Which also goes to another point of like the type of the way the dating game is in like Atlanta and stuff like that. From what I hear, yeah, I mean, like, there's a lot of niggas on the DL, bro. It's a lot of niggas that's like on the down low. That's on a sneak freak. You know what I'm saying? Choosing both sides type shit. You know what I'm saying? Which is cool. Like whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? I ain't judging, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like niggas need to be real with theyself type shit. You know what I'm saying? I always found it weird that dudes always want to hang around other dudes. I thought that was weird because like, we competitive, bro. We always gonna be butting heads and shit. So like, that shit get tiresome, bro. Like that's too much of a waste of energy. So like, if y'all ain't competing, then y'all somewhat attracted to each other in some type of way. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want to spend that much time with each other, bro. You feel me? You know what I mean? I just always thought that was weird, bro. I could be using the other word, but I don't know if you two gonna be tripping or not. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just keep it a bean. But, you know what I mean? If you like to hang around dudes a lot, you might be on the DL, my G. You might need to think about that, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And like it goes so far that like that dudes that be on that, like they go both ways. They won't even tell the person that they like date. They won't even tell them that. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're gonna be doing that stuff, you gotta be transparent with the people that you dating, bro. You know what I mean? Because if you messing around on both sides, bro, there's consequences to that. You know what I'm saying? These type of diseases and shit like that. That shit not cool. That shit not cool. Like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you gonna be doing it, at least be honest. You know what I'm saying? At least be fully transparent. You feel me? But it'd be a whole bunch of confusion. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand that stuff because I'm strictly one way. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And that's for the poon tang. You know what I'm saying? The poom poom. The putanta. You know what I mean? That's all me. You know what I mean? Go crazy for that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So, when it comes to like relationships and stuff, bro, y'all need to simplify your standards, bro. You know what I mean? You watch them pop the balloon stuff, and you know what I mean? People's standards be so freaking high, bro. They have way too many standards, bro. And me personally, I got a lot of standards too, but like they're realistic standards, bro. You know what I mean? certain females won't fuck with a nigga cause he ain't a certain height. That's stupid, bro. That's stupid. That's so stupid. You know what I mean? And you know, that all just goes down to like them fantasizing and being like, oh, you know what I mean? Big guy, he can protect me type stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you know, why can't you be more open-minded, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, stuff like that, I really don't like stuff like that. Closed-minded people, bro. Like, huge turn off. You know what I'm saying? Huge, like, I don't even like being around people like that. You feel me? Just in general. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like I said, like, when people go overseas, bro, these passport bros, you know what I mean? Of course, a lot of them niggas just trying to catch bodies, you know what I'm saying? They trying to be promiscuous. You know, a lot of them niggas, they be causing a whole bunch of problems for normal people who want to travel to those countries, you know, and give us a bad reputation or fuck up our privileges in those countries. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you know, degenerate behavior, bro. But what else do you expect from motherfuckers who excel at American culture? It's pretty obvious the type of people who reach the top. You know what I mean? They all vampires, bro. Every single one of them. All of them. You know what I'm saying? We ain't talking about just the bloody teeth niggas, you know what I'm saying? We talking about, like, energetically. They suck the life out of people, you know what I'm saying? So, they fucking parasites, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And then you take that and you go to another country and you just do the same type of stuff there and mess up, you know, the vibes there too. You know what I mean? But, like, you know, I say that to say that, like, not everybody's a passport bro, man. You know what I mean? Some people just want to experience life outside the country. Now, if we can meet some beautiful women and have some fun with them, that's just a plus. You feel me? That's a plus. You know what I mean? But that is not the main prerogative, man. You know what I'm saying? The main prerogative is connect with the culture, the people, all of that. You know what I mean? And then, you know, like I said, like, finding love, bro, that's a huge plus. You know what I mean? People get married out there, bro. People build families out there, bro. Like, one place that's on my radar right now is going to Belize. I would have never known that Belize was like a destination for American expats. You know what I mean? Very beautiful place. Very affordable for anybody in America, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you at least like in the middle class, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? This is like, there's way too many options in this world to be trying to deal with a woman that got too much going on, that's doing too much. You feel me? You know what I mean? You got these high body count people that be trying to have all these rules and shit. You know what I mean? And, like, you already got yourself attached to way too much shit, bro. So you ain't really got, you can't really be putting up too much, like, walls and shit to keep you from being, you know, fulfilling your fantasies and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, a lot of these females, bro, they just, you know, they don't really be caring about shit for real. Like, but to a nigga who got some money, bro, that's it. You know what I mean? And a lot of them niggas be cornballs too, bro, because they be simping, whatever they call that shit nowadays. They be simping, you know what I mean? Spending hella bread on the chick, and then now she just expect every nigga that she come across to do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? I said, like, when it comes to the dating game, you know, you go on dates and stuff. You know, nowadays most women use them dates just to get a free meal, just to get free shit. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because some other nigga did it. You know what I'm saying? Some other nigga did it and fucked her head up. Now she think it's just a normal thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Nah, bro. We have to have a genuine connection before I can, like, you know, be spending money on you, like physical money and shit. You know what I'm saying? We have to have reciprocated, you know, non-tangible energy. You feel me? Like, you can't just move all the way up to, like, oh, let's go to what's an expensive restaurant? Ruth Chris. I don't even know, because I don't even go out to eat. I cook, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Going out to eat is cool, but like, if it ain't no really nice place, I'm not gonna want it. Cause like, if I'm gonna eat some food out, like, it gotta be good. You know what I'm saying? We not finna go eat some bullshit, like, for real. And that's just me, my standards. Like, I'm not finna sit here and act like I'm just like lavish nigga in the world. You feel me? I just got high standards. You know what I mean? But, you know, quality over quantity type of thing. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I like my food to be cooked by real cooks, right? And I know a person that's working somewhere that, like, just doing shit just because they need a check. You know what I'm saying? They doing something they don't really want to do, that they ain't passionate about. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Something you gotta always be aware of is, like, you know, when you doing business with somebody in a profession and it ain't something like they like genuinely passionate about, don't trust them motherfuckers, bro. Don't take their word for nothing. You feel me? Cause they in it for the money. You know what I'm saying? That was the one thing that attracted them to do this, and that's the one reason that they, you know, still in it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? People who not passionate, they don't care. You know what I mean? That's a fact. But, like, you know, back to the relationship stuff, you know what I mean? If you a woman, bro, in modern day America, and you want a man, you want to find love and stuff like that, maybe you need to lower your standards. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you need to lower your standards, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because when it come to falling in love with somebody, like, it don't take none of that material shit that you asking about. It just take that face-to-face interaction. That's what it take. You know what I mean? If that shit valid, all the other shit comes second, bro. You know what I mean? A woman, a real woman, is supposed to be confident in her ability to nurture anything. You know what I'm saying? But she also need to have the discernment on what to use that on. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, a lot of niggas really fuck the game up. You know what I'm saying? And it's because, you know, they probably got their heart broken or some shit. Now they hate women, so they just use and abuse them type shit. You know what I'm saying? That's the reality that, you know, American dating is nowadays. You know what I'm saying? And it's fucked up. We have so much pride in, like, influencing the whole world, but, like, you know, realistically, all we saying is, like, oh, we made everybody more materialistic. That's really what it is, bro. You feel me? We made people more vain in nature, bro. That's really what it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? Nothing to be proud of. You know what I'm saying? Being successful is nice. Having resources and access to stuff is nice. You know what I mean? I am not knocking that. But once you start glorifying it and you start looking down on people just because they ain't in your position, that's something totally different, bro. Totally different. You know what I'm saying? But I think that's all for this video. I just want to talk about the dating game, how fucked up it is. The person who inspired this video is a guy by the name of Lord Heck. You know what I'm saying? If y'all seen his channel, he makes a bunch of videos about relationships and the dating game. He a little bit younger than me, bro. You know what I mean? And Cub been having a hard time, you know what I'm saying? I just be listening to his experiences, and I just be like, damn, like, be laughing at this nigga, bro, cause like this nigga hilarious. And then like some of this stuff he be doing, I'm just like, why would you do that, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know better, bro. You know what I'm saying? But he is young, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm being honest, if you ain't like, yeah, if you like in your late 20s, you should be fairly mature. You know what I'm saying? Fairly mature. You know what I mean? Especially in the late 20s, like, you literally like ringing out all your adolescent like immatureness. You know what I'm saying? You really getting rid of all that stuff, and you really solidifying your maturity for the 30s. You know what I'm saying? In the 30s, it's like, yeah, I get it, but you still got a lot of shit to learn, for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? Not until you hit like, what, maybe 33. You hit that 33 degree. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you got shit like really established, for real. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That's all I got for y'all today, YouTube. Peace out. Shout out to y'all tarot card readers. You know what I'm saying? The cute tarot card readers out there. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? They be holding it down. You feel me? They really be inspiring and nurturing a nigga. You know what I'm saying? When I be hearing how they speak, when they do them readings, bro, like, for a nigga that's single, that they in no relationship, that's looking for shit like that, like, niggas need that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, on my soul, bro, niggas need that, bro. You feel me? Cause people be going through a lot of shit out here, bro. You know what I mean? And like, I wouldn't have to go through that means to like get that type of energy, cause I'm supposed to have a family that support, and feel that space. But nah, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to the cute tarot card videos out there. You know what I'm saying? Y'all doing God's work, for real. But